All right, we are back with another Prize Picks video. Going to be talking NBA in this one. I do want to just preface this video. I know my audio is horrible. It's not normally like this. I'm in the middle of a move, and my microphone's just not here yet. So I'm also in an empty room, so that doesn't help. The echo is pretty bad, but we're going to bring good picks like we did last time. We went 4 for 5 because Suggs got the reboot after getting a pretty bad ankle injury. Hopefully he's okay, but Aaron Gordon was our last man in our play. Ended up being Sweat for us. He had 11 at halftime, so it was looking like a pretty solid play there, and then just ended up not doing anything in that Denver game. He literally was just sitting on the baseline doing nothing on offense. So I don't know what was up with that, but we'll take 4 for 5. That's profit for us. And yeah, going to continue to try to do this and better. But if you're new to the channel, definitely go ahead and subscribe. Going to give you guys 5 plays. I always typically try to give you guys, as many plays as possible, 5 or 6. It is just a 2-game slate tomorrow with the in-season tournament back in action. That maybe indicates some playoff basketball, which we've kind of seen, and very, very fun games to watch. So obviously love doing overs on these. But I'm just going to attack the value. I'm not like someone that just takes overs, just takes unders, just takes superstars. I just love to attack the value. And going to bring you guys the analysis on top of all those plays. So if you're new, definitely go ahead and subscribe, like the video so more people can see it, and comment down below if you like one of these picks, don't like one of these picks, or if you say, hey, your audio sucks, like someone did last time. Thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, anything just allows more people to see it. So let's jump into the board here. Going to go in chronological order like I always do. But these first 3 plays actually end up being my favorite 3 plays. It's nice to play 2- and 3-man plays and 4-man plays because you hit them more often. It's good to see some hits. But I always like to do 5- and 6-man plays. It's just mathematically in the long run you're going to be better off. But going to give you guys 5 plays that I like. 3 of them I absolutely love though. So we're going to start off with Damian Lillard. Going to his 4.5 rebounds line. I'm going to go over that. Jump over to Outlier here. Any of these apps I'm using, guys, they all have free trials. Outlier is an absolutely free 7-day free trial. Definitely check it out. It's where I started. Super nice tool. They have a Discord as well. Join my Discord. We do a community play there. It's all in the description down below for more information. But the Discord for Outlier, they literally take pretty much any type of feedback, and they pretty much go ahead and say, oh, you like that? Okay, let's incorporate that into their tool. It's like weekly updates. They're very, hands-on in terms of that. So love this tool. They're partners. Definitely hit my link in the description. Damian Lillard, let's go to his page right here. 4.5 rebounds, if we can find it. Let's just jump into his page, and we'll find it there. Go to his rebounds line. We do see it's at -130 popping up. Gone over in 10 and 19 games in 2023. You put this to the last 10, though, he's gone over in 7 of 10 games. Going up against Indiana, who's like very middle of the road matchup in terms of like giving up rebounds. If you extend this a little bit more into point guards, still very middle of the road. So that's solid to see. Hasn't had a head-to-head matchup on this Bucks team just yet this year. But again, pretty solidly has hit this. We know potentially could be playoff minutes here, and we've seen his minutes go up and up. So we saw that in 2023, it was 53% of the game, 10 of 19. But you can kind of see those minutes creeping up as they have found their footing, and Giannis and Dame are playing much, much better together. And they've been winning games. So 35 minutes, and then compared to the last 10, that's 36.6 minutes, so almost 37 minutes. And again, if the in-season tournament stays close, unlike this Knicks game from last time, I think we see a lot of run. Just more potential for rebounds. So sticking with Damian Lillard, going to Odds Jam. Let's just see what other sportsbooks are saying. That's how you attack the value. These are billion-dollar companies for a reason. They know what they're doing. So let's see where other sportsbooks have the Damian Lillard line. And we see that he's got a few plays. I don't like to go under here just because I'm going to be watching this games. Damian Lillard has that superstar potential to go absolutely off. So just staying off this one, but it's a solid play for sure. But over his 4.5 rebounds is the next best one. 53.71% chance to hit. Love to see that. In the individual plays on a 5- or 6-man flex, 5 is also included in this. We're getting a -119 value per individual play. In other sports books, FanDuel's got it at -120, so okay, that's not, FanDuel's got it at -142, so that's a lot better. Love to see that. So we're getting minus 119 value for a minus 142 play. And that's just one sportsbook. Minus 130 on DraftKings, minus 135 on BetMGM, minus 137 on Caesars. So all of these other sportsbooks, all these other billion-dollar companies are very, very much favoring this line. And we saw that he has very good potential to go over this. Matchup looks good. The minutes will definitely be there, especially if this game's close, which it should be. So it'll be a high-scoring affair. And yeah, a lot of opportunity for Dame here, and that's going to be our first play. And then sticking chronologically, the other side of the floor, I'm going to go to Miles Turner here. And I'm going to go to his 1.5 three-pointers made, going over here. You know he likes to shoot them. It's just going to be coming down to if he knocks them down. And I really like his matchup here in terms of the centers and three-pointers. He's dealing with, Brook Lopez. He's very, very slow down there. So he should be able to take advantage of that. Sorry, I'm just trying to find his page. Let's go to, if we can ever find this, 1.5 three-pointers made. Here we go. So again, minus 110, but we're getting no DVIG odds, which means if you take away that sportsbook advantage, what's like the true odds of this hitting? And we got minus 155 odds now. He's gone over in 7 of 19 games. Not the best thing to see, but I love the head-to-head matchup here. He had 4 against this Milwaukee team back on the 9th of November, and he shot 9 of them. So he'll have a ton of opportunity. He usually shoots a lot of his threes against this team. Again, that's because of Brook Lopez, being a slower center, a bigger, slower center. You can take advantage of stretching the floor on a guy like that, which is funny to think because Brook Lopez stretches the floor for the Bucks as well. So, Miles Turner usually makes these guys pay. Don't love his season stats so far this year. Again, 7 of 19, but really, really like the matchup. And sportsbooks are also kind of agreeing with that. So let's go check out his line on other sportsbooks, see what they have, and see what they're thinking about that. So Miles Turner, open up his page. Go ahead and apply. By the way, also OddsJam, absolutely highly recommend. It has also a free trial, 7 days. Use my link in the description. You'll also get 25% off your first month if you use code RICHPICKS. So check it out. It's amazing. They have, the Fantasy Optimizer, which is great for PrizePicks and things like that, but they have a ton of other different tools. But if you're confused on which one to get, I would try with the Fantasy Optimizer if you're doing the pick'em sites. And it's, incredible to see all these different sports books where they're putting value at. So we got Miles Turner over baited threes at 1.5. They're giving us a 53.16% chance to hit. And we see FanDuel's got this at minus 132. Again, we're getting it minus 119 value. Great value there. Minus 120 on DraftKings, minus 110 on BetMGM, minus 135 on Caesars. And then this is the kicker right here. Minus 153 on Pinnacle. If you're not aware, Pinnacle is like known, throughout this niche as the sharpest sports book out there. So when Pinnacle is saying, something, that's a good indicator that that's probably looking like it's going to happen. And they got this all the way at minus 153. So absolutely love to see that. BetOnline is also at minus 147. Bovada's at minus 150. So these guys coming up the rear are absolutely carrying this line. And again, we like his matchup. He hasn't done it a million times this year. I think it was only like 40% or something. But again, we saw the Brook Lopez. He drags him out of the paint, and he gets wide open looks. So really like this Brook Lopez line, or sorry, not Brook Lopez line, Miles Turner's line. And that's going to be our second play. Keep going underdog. All right, let's move along here. And we'll go into our next play. Just got to pull it up. All right, so we're going to go to Brandon Ingram here. Also really, really like this play. What we got? 28.5 points and rebounds. Going to go over this line as well. Brandon Ingram, again, playoff type atmosphere, star on one team. So let's go, to his over. I think he's going to ball out. Let's just go to his outlier page, see what he's been doing so far this year. So Brandon Ingram, let's go pull up his page. And again, I think you could go to his points and assists or his points and rebounds. He can get this points line just in itself. Going over to Fantasy Optimizer, again, that's kind of just what's cool about this, another just feature that they have. Let's say you want to bet on Brandon Ingram today. You could literally go in, search him, and then see like the best percent chance to hit for his lines. So we see that points and assists is a little bit higher here than the points and the rebounds. 52.2% chance and 51.62% chance. And again, you see why FanDuel's got both at -136. Looks like DraftKings got this at -125. Same with BetMGM. And then Caesar's about the same here. And Bovada's also favoring this points and assists line. So maybe that's what we go with. Again, I think you could go to either of them. We'll go to points and assists just because that's what the stats are saying. So we'll change that to 28.5 points and assists. Let's go to Ingram. And then we'll go ahead and check him out. Points and assists. We do see he's gone over in 63% of the games so far this year. Love to see that. 12 and 19 games. In terms of like matchup, middle of the road in terms of points, assists is at 20. He's also playing against his old team, so he's got that chip on his shoulder, along with the chip on the shoulder that it's a Pelicans team in the in-season tournament, and they probably want to go out and win this thing. They'll play with a ton of energy. The Lakers have won a championship recently. This would be a big deal for the Pelicans if they were to hoist this trophy, the inaugural in-season tournament trophy. So I think he comes out, I think he balls out, and the odds are liking this as well. So we just checked out on the odds jam, Fantasy Optimizer, points and assists. They're looking at the over, 52.2% chance to hit. Really, really liking this spot for Brandon Ingram. And then moving along, going to go right to his teammate here, McCullum. Also been very, very solid so far this year. Dealt with a few injuries. I think you could go a few ways again on this one. This was at 22.5 just a second ago. So I'm going to pivot to his 26.5 PRA. Just got to click both of these overs. And let's go check him out on Outlier. See what he's been doing so far this year. And we're looking at 22. Yeah, so if this points assist line was at 22.5 just a second ago, looks like the odds are even moving a little bit more, -146. Would have loved to get that in there. We're going to go to his PRA, which is still pretty solid. 6 and 9 games he's gone over this. And the head-to-head against the Lakers, he's crushed this line. He likes playing this team. Of course, the most recent one, he didn't get there, but just went under. And he pretty much just goes under in the games that he's missed this year as well. And again, playoff atmosphere, I think they're going to be playing with a lot of heart. And hopefully he's diamond to Brandon Ingram. And both these guys, you get their lines. I don't always love to do kind of these quote-unquote contradicting lines where, they're both going for points and they're both going for assists. But, maybe if that makes more sense to do the points and rebounds for the Ingram line if I'm going to do the PRA, CJ McCollum. So we talked about the matchup here. Odds are liking it as well. Let's go check out CJ McCollum. And now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I do want to go to that points and rebounds line just so they're not stealing assists from each other. No, sorry. CJ McCollum, or we'll just have them both up here. CJ McCollum, go ahead and apply that. And we do see that his points PRA right here is an over, 51.69% chance to hit. FanDuel's got this all the way up at -138. We got Pinnacle at -123. So not the strongest one on the board that we've picked so far. But again, they're all still favoring this over, and they're all better odds. We're getting better odds at -119 value on PrizePicks. So taking advantage of the value. Thinking about it, I think I might want to go back to the points and rebounds for Brandon Ingram, just so they're not stealing assists away from each other. But that's what we'll do. That's what we're learning on the fly here. So let's go put that one back in. Brandon Ingram, points and rebounds. All right, let's move along, get our last play in here. And this is probably my least favorite play just because it's hard to do. Going under on LeBron James, 7.5 assists. A lot of places has this at 7. I think Underdog has this at 7, and it's kind of been bouncing around. But 7.5, let's go under here. He has gone under this in many games so far this year, but it is kind of playoff LeBron type time. We saw him go over this in the last in-season game against the Suns. Had 11 just last game, but we can see he's gone under this in 14 of 21 games. The matchup isn't the best, but if you look in a little bit further to small forward specifically, that's actually ranked 7th, only allowing 3.3. And very too much positions except for centers. They give up a lot to centers. It's pretty much green everywhere else. So power forward, smaller forward, that's what LeBron's going to be mostly playing. Doesn't allow a whole bunch of there. So if you're looking into that, that's a positive right there. And then the odds are just absolutely loving this. -132 on whatever sportsbook that you're showing, FanDuel. But we're going to go to Odds Jam. This is kind of why we're attacking this play. Got to attack the value that we're getting from other sportsbooks here. LeBron James, or I guess the value we're getting on PrizePicks, but showing on other sportsbooks, 54.19% chance to hit. Got to attack that value. Minus 132 on FanDuel, minus 135 on DraftKings, minus 140 on Pinnacle, minus 135. Again, we're just getting great value here. If LeBron hurts us, he hurts us. You don't have to make this play, but I'm really liking it. The stats are liking it, and that will do it. But, forgot to go into RotoWire tool at all. Let's go check at that McCullum play, I guess. That was the last one we went to. And we do see his PRA. By the way, this is totally free. You can use my link when it becomes a paid-for subscription for 2 more days of it. But it's a completely free website. You can literally just go there. Anyone can go there. It's like going to any website. Super duper powerful. Integrated with PrizePicks, Sleeper, and Underdog. So definitely check them out. But just has a prediction model just based on where other pick'em sites have the lines at, where other sports books have the lines at, RotoWire's own projection, and then the hit rate the past 20 or 30 games with a weighted hit rate too. So weighs more into the stats, the past like 5 games or so. So really, really powerful tool. And their favorite line for McCullum is that over PRA. So liking that. It's integrated, so it's up to date and live with the stats. Curious to see where they have LeBron's line. And they have the assists as an under. So love to see that as well. When all these data points match up, it makes for a great play. But yeah, that will do it, guys. That's 5 plays for you guys. Again, mix and match. You don't have to do all 5. But let's go over them real quick for anyone that just skipped to the end. We got Damian Lillard over 4.5 rebounds. We got Miles Turner over 1.5 3-pointers made. We got CJ McCollum over 26.5 PRA. We got Brandon Ingram over 28.5 PNR, points and rebounds. And then we got LeBron under 7.5 assists. So it's in-season tournament, guys. Hopefully they're great games. They have been great games so far. And yeah, love what they're doing here with the in-season tournament. But if you're, again, new, definitely go ahead and subscribe. We're going to put daily content like this, usually with better audio. Again, middle of a move, pretty much in an empty room right now with a lot of echoes. But yeah. Hit the links in the description for any of the free trials, you guys. If you want to try to do it yourself, I highly recommend it. You can get plays whenever you want, or join the Discord. There's a free channel where we talk, mostly our free plays. We have a general chat, and then we do a community play where we vote on like the superstars of that day who we think we're going to have a great game, and from there we kind of make a play from it, just using the positive EVs and things like that. And we've been pretty good. We hit our last one like 2 days ago, and then last night we literally missed because Trae Young missed his last shot, but we would have hit there for the community play as well. So we definitely have a lot of fun over there. There's also an exclusive channel where you can pay to get access to all of my picks. It's $20 a month. Definitely go ahead and try that. I think there's a 7-day free trial. I've tried to get that working. I just don't know if it's actually working or not because the support team isn't really helping me out. But if there's a free trial, definitely go for that. If there's not, go ahead and join it or just stay in the free picks. But yeah, that's what's going to do it for you guys today. Hopefully we make some money tonight, and hope you guys have a great night. Peace out.